Hey, Teddy K here for the Best Buy blog, and in this video we took a look at the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Plus, available at Best Buy now. Samsung's latest tablet that offers a few different features, but not all that much that's new. Samsung does this almost every year at this point. So there's a trio of tablets that it releases each year that are incremental upgrades over the previous version. And so the S9 series seems to be a lot like that compared to the S8. I had previously reviewed the S8 Ultra, and this time I got the S9 Plus. So I got the middle child, if you will, of this trio. And for the most part, the device reminded me a lot of the S8 Ultra. The screen sizes aren't the same. So the Ultra has a 14.6-inch screen, which is the same for the S9 Ultra as well, whereas the regular S9 has an 11-inch screen. This is a 12.4-inch AMOLED display, dynamic AMOLED, of course. It is gorgeous. There's no question about that. This is a beautiful screen. Any way you look at it, just objectively speaking, the display is going to be the least of your issues if you're going to have any with this device. So we'll get that out of the way right away because content looks great on it. Even content you create on it is going to look great as well, just because of how just brilliant the screen is. So we're already starting off with a nice canvas, but the rest of the device is where things get a little tricky because Samsung is looking at this as a hybrid. So it looks at it both as a consumption and productivity device. I am torn on that because the consumption side is standard. I mean, if you want to watch anything on this, you're not going to be disappointed. But when it comes to creating content, that's where I'm not so sure. So I tend to use tablets like this for a little bit of both. Well, a lot of consumption, but definitely a little bit of productivity too. So for example, for me, I've always used tablets like this for editing photos, especially because the S Pen comes included with the tablet. And this time around, you can charge it by putting it either way. So now there's no right way to put the pen on the back of the tablet. You can put it either way and it'll charge it, and then you'll be good to go in literally minutes. You'll probably want a case for it anyway just to protect it, but and to be just a little more secure with the pen. The magnet's strong in the back, but I just don't trust it fully. So I'd rather that there was a holster or something, somewhere I can put the pen and just feel a little safer with it because I don't want to lose it. It's an expensive replacement. That being said, I used it, as I said, I use it a lot for editing photos because of the precision that the pen offers. And I imagine that if you're in a line of work that involves drawing, that involves just whether it's notes, anything that involves some kind of precision that the pen can help with, there's no question then that the tablet becomes something of a different value proposition for you. But if the pen is more of, I don't know, just an accessory that you sort of put somewhere and forget about, then at that point, I'm not sure that the tablet is really meeting that hybrid intention that Samsung has. Sure, you can attach a keyboard to it. There are folio cases with keyboards that will work with this tablet specifically, or you can just take a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and then connect them that way too. Those all work. I was even playing video games on this too, using Xbox Game Pass and just Bluetooth controller with the tablet, no problem. Worked flawlessly. Never had an issue playing any of the games. Of course, I had a really good internet connection to help with that, but from a graphics perspective, there's no latency or lag. So great job there. Exactly what I expected and nothing to complain about. I know I'm sort of belaboring the point here as to what this is, who it's for, but I have to because given where it's priced, it's on par with some pretty good laptops. So if you are looking for something that does both consumption and productivity, it really matters what it is you want to do. Laptops are always going to be better. I mean, tablets may eventually get there, but for now, laptops are always going to be better as far as word processing goes. If you're working on spreadsheets, things like that, those types of office type documents, I find are still better for me on a laptop. Whereas video editing, for example, probably better on a laptop as well. The iPad Pro, for example, is better suited for really maneuvering between those two things, because you can do some of those features on that device. With this one, it's a little more challenging. Editing photos is fine, but editing video is not quite the same. And so that's why I pause as to who it fits and why it fits. My experience also is really defined also by the battery life, which is actually not bad. You'll cross 10 hours with this pretty easily, I think. Even if you're playing a lot of video, if you're working on different things, so long as you're not pushing the processor too much, the battery life will last you a full workday easily. And you can always use this, especially if you have Windows PC, you can always use this as a second screen. You can share it with other Samsung devices too. It's pretty seamless that way. I do wish there was some more Mac integration. I think that'd be cool if that was available, but it's not. So if you're a Windows PC user, you can take advantage of this in a number of ways. In the end, it just comes down to what you have is a beautiful slab. This is a beautiful machine. Any way you slice it, any way you look at it, it's a gorgeous machine. The screen is nice. The front-facing camera is pretty good, especially if you're doing video calls. So if you're using it for that reason also, perhaps as a way to do video calls, stepping away from your desk, things like that, it can work that way. So as a complement to a desktop workstation or whatever setup you might have, I could see that. It could do that. But given, again, what it costs, this is a pretty expensive device if you're just looking to watch movies on it. You're going to need to do more with it, I think, to justify the price of entry. And if you can, then I don't think you're going to be very disappointed. And this thing will probably last you years, given that Samsung is looking to update the device for at least 3 or 4 years, and security updates probably for slightly longer than that. So you're going to be supported for a little while at least. And so long as Android apps continue to optimize for devices like this, then things only get better. But we'll have to wait to see about that. If you have a Tab S8, any one of the Tab S8s, I don't think you need to upgrade to this at all. If you have a Tab S7 or earlier, yeah, I could definitely make that case. Tab S7's maybe, but Tab S6 for sure. Anything earlier than a Tab S7, I think this device will feel like a completely different product for a number of reasons. But from year to year, no. I mean, tablets tend to last longer than phones that way, so I don't think you need to upgrade unless you've been waiting to buy a new tablet for years. And that's my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Plus, available at Best Buy now. You can also check out more about the product by clicking the link below. For the Best Buy blog, I'm Teddy K. Thanks for watching.